We want revolution.
Bookmark links on standby.
Log online, fan page loaded and ready.
Player stats, loaded. Health check, go.
Weapons check. Eyes check. Complete.
We have launched for the Informant podcast in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Informant podcast, your new source for information regarding Mafia Wars from Zynga. Pistol Pete from Stockholm.
Live long and prosper.
And tonight I have with me Mig, Chainsaw Chester, Jana, Mig, Death by Gucci, and Jennifer, the Mafia Wars loot lady.
So hey, piggies and asshats.
What's up, Tard?
Douchebag.
That would be funny.
What the f*** are you tonight?
Dude, this could be the cousin episode, and you can just have that fucking horn honking all night. What the fuck is this nice pop-up? You iced your opponent, and then I have a nice done. You've reached level 12 in fucking Zynga Homo Rewardville.
Oh, is that...
More bullshit to f my play up?
Uh-oh, let's start the show.
All right, let's get it going.
It's actually a pump.
Chester's ready now. He's pissed. We can start.
Then you can just sign out to Rewardsville and you won't get those.
What the hell is Rewardsville? Why the hell is this thing popping up and slowing down my gameplay? I'm here trying to fight, and it goes and it turns everything freaking gray and slows things down.
Well, you don't have to be a member of Rewardsville. It's optional, so it does increase extra pop-ups while you're fighting.
Yeah, that's all we need, Zynga. Extra freaking pop-up, down, left side, right side. I don't care. Stop popping crap up in the fight places. You want to do it other places? Do it. Get out of my fight list. Get out of any time I do anything on the hit list or on the fight list. You're slowing gameplay down.
Well, if you look at some of those pop-ups, there is an option to see less of it, and you can click on that, and you won't get as many.
Yeah, well, that's nice. It'd be nice if it would actually show me that option, but it doesn't.
Yeah, you have to wait to get one, and you get those upon level up.
Upon level up?
Yes.
I've leveled up and I haven't seen squat.
Well, you get levels in Rewardville, and people are confusing Z points with Z coins.
It is a little confusing.
What the hell is a Z point and a Z coin? I don't care what.
A Z point is from
crap to make my player better.
Well, you could actually block the Rewardville application, and then you won't get any of it.
No, I wouldn't get the prizes.
It depends how much you want the loot.
I've completely ignored this whole Rewardville thing. So for those that have chosen the path of least resistance like I have, then what really is it? I mean, is it just like, back a while ago where you went over to some place and you were able to get the snowmobile and
right?
Yeah, that you did with the 7-Eleven, the Southland Corporation.
Oh, yep.
It's actually a program to tie in all of the Zynga games into one place. So you get Z coins through leveling, and in order to level, you need Z points. And you can get 80 a day for all the games.
Is that like for the Z loser?
Right. You can get a maximum of 300 Z points a day. And then when you level, you get Z coins, and then you turn these Z coins in for loot.
Oh, confusing.
It's very confusing, and unless I have a way to get 500 of something, I don't really care too much about it.
Do they have anything of any value stats-wise?
Oh, yeah, the stats are pretty good on some of the stuff. And, they're maybe 15, 20 points higher than our highest loot that we can get right now. So they do add value to your attack and defense scores, but you can't get them on a large scale. So, we're talking 20 points here, 20 points there. To me,
it's got to be better than the stupid 5 reward points I just got off the stupid Lucky Stash crap.
Probably.
Come on, if you go to RP, make it worth my time. 5, get real. Come on. I thought that they were supposed to revamp that and put better stuff in there.
In the Lucky Stash?
Yeah.
Well, they do revamp the loot they revamp the loot more frequently with that than they do like the treasure chests and the
So what was it before? 1 reward point? And they
Oh,
upped
no, you
it
can.
4 to make everybody happy?
Maybe, I don't know.
We can't make you happy.
You know, we
Hell
can never-
no, you can't. Well, you can. Stay the hell out of my fight list and my hit stuff with the pop-up crap and the mask crap and all that other BS. And then quit jerking my hoo-ha around.
Just wait till April Fool's.
Oh, I'm telling you. You hose up my play on April Fool's Day and you will be...
They're going to do something, I think.
Yeah, they're gonna. Everything will be a pop-up on April Fool's Day.
Then I will have a meeting with the head of security from Zynga. He will be contacting me because that's.
I always think they're going to do something with this. What is it? What's the Neo Imperium, anyways? Does anybody know?
I don't know, but it must go perfectly with the stupid Battle in Bangkok pop-up.
Well, yeah, no, that's the storyline we're following, and then supposedly Brazil's supposed to open in March.
Yes, from their origins in Brazil.
Yeah.
Here's the problem, is that I'm clicking on things to get to my fight, and this stupid Battle in Bangkok thing pops up.
Good little monkey. Good little monkey.
How many times have I seen this stupid thing since you opened it?
Well, they're not designing the game just for you, Chester. They have other.
Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that.
But yeah, we have seen that one too many times. We know you're not
enthusiastic about it.
Well, I don't know. I'm still just trying to. I wish they would give us some insight on where they're heading with everything, because I think it's then easier to swallow.
Well, it's easier. It's easy when you find out that it's going down the toilet right here.
I don't know. Some people think everything's going to come back, and I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. What do you guys think?
That'd be fine if it all came back, but they need to fix it all first. They need to just get some game design elements correct before they do that.
Oh, I think the rumor is that they're going to rebuild Cuba, Moscow, and Bangkok all under the same premise as Italy and Vegas. That's the rumor. I actually think
better do it for New York.
I think they'll eventually get to it, but the problem is they're going to have to get people accustomed enough to going to Italy and Vegas first, without worrying about going to New York, so that they can shut down New York just the same. But here's where I've kind of come to a epiphany. I think what they're going to do, they locked the menus items for Cuba and Moscow already. They'll do Bangkok before too terribly long. And I think what will happen is people will forget as they have new cities coming out, and they will eventually remove them from the travel bar, and you will never get a chance to go back and do those other cities again. I think it's a slow way to kill off the cities and never have to do them again.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. And then there's the group of people that say, hey, I got screwed because I lost all these potential skill points.
Right. That's okay. I got screwed because when Moscow closed down, I couldn't finish. I'm not going to be able to finish Bangkok either. And so I'm going to lose out on all that stuff as well. So does that mean that I should bitch and moan and complain and that stuff? Because I'm not going to get anything, am I?
You shouldn't, because you weren't planning on ever finishing it anyway.
Yeah, well, I was working my ass off on those things.
Yeah, at the 5-time mastery, I knew you were, but
with the 5 times mastery, I think they didn't give enough time for people, especially Bangkok, to finish.
7 days is pretty.
That's not enough,
especially for some people that haven't gotten their energy high enough to do a lot of jobs. Then I think it was pretty quick.
Especially with the Moscow thing, with those bundles of dynamite, you had to get to such a far episode into the destination
to collect, right?
That it wasn't feasible for people that didn't have a lot of energy.
No, they could have had a lot of fun on. They could have extended the days, because they planned this out that they're going to have try to release this new Brazil sometime here in March. What they could have done is extended the days, gave you more time on those other cities, and then turn around and release Brazil on April 1st, which will be an amazing April 1st joke that they've actually released the city on time.
True.
Well, the other thing that they should have done is that they should have released Brazil during Carnival.
Mm-hmm.
And they missed that boat, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. And here I am back in New York again with the stupid pushback Bob Burton crap. And I have to do the frame arrival capo and get 14 wooden boxes, which is going to be 5 days from now because of all the energy it's going to take just to get them. And here I need some stupid wiretap devices again. I haven't needed those in how many years? 2 years?
2, yeah.
And now here I am trying to figure out what the hell is a wiretap device? Where do I get it? Do I have to buy the thing? Do I have to go into another job and get it?
You have to
Because
go
it sure
into
as hell
another
isn't
job.
telling me.
It does
It's not telling me squat.
Chester, you have to look at the mission, and it says exactly what job to do. You have
It says it says frame arrival capo. That's fine. So I go
Right,
there
but
to get the boxes, and as I'm doing it, it goes, oh, now you're out of wiretap devices. Well, where the hell am I going to get this? You know what it says? It says this item is attainable by completing jobs. Thank you very effing much. I think I could have figured that shit out.
Well,
You're just a little behind on the times.
Behind.
No, I understand what he's saying.
I know. Well, he just has too much.
It's like our frustration with some of the other cities where you start on a job and then all of a sudden you're bounced over 4 other locations to go find it. And at least in Vegas and Italy, they finally gave you a link directly to the consumable you need, which saves a little bit of time, but they don't have that in New York. And so, now you're stuck trying to figure out which one of the jobs you can get your wiretaps from. With regard to these missions that we've had to do for these closing of these cities, they weren't very detailed in explaining where we could find some of the items we needed. So like in Moscow, for the dynamite, there was a job you could actually run to get the dynamite. And
They didn't tell us, yeah.
And now with the satellite phones in Bangkok, I was actually talking with Mike, and I said, I'm getting really pissed because I've got like four satellite phones, and I'm like, well, how the heck am I going to get these in time if I can only ask for 5 a day from my family? And he goes, well, there's a job you can go get them from. And I thought, because I already had a whole bunch of satellite phones in my inventory, that those would have applied, and if those don't apply, then why the hell am I going back to a job to get it anyway?
yeah, they should apply if you have them.
Yeah, they don't.
They
treat them as new one. You're rubbing off.
I'm a bad influence on people, Zinga.
You got problems.
Totally. Yeah.
I ain't got problems.
You have anger management issues.
Well, at least you can quit worrying about your bod.
Fine.
But you can send them to people, and people can send them to you, and it's counting.
Right.
I don't know if that's intentional or
Yeah, well,
why
somebody
that
better
is.
send me a crap load of wooden boxes then.
You can't send those.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, again, you can't send that, but I have to
The
go over
phones
here
you
and do
can.
this stupid thing.
But that
Right.
caught me off guard because I was like, there's no way I'm going to finish this mission in time.
I'm just not getting money, I'm not getting the money that I need in Bangkok to be able to buy the things that I need to finish up the things that I have to finish up before this thing shuts down in 4 days.
But if you notice, it says that the event will be over in 4 days. It doesn't say Bangkok is closing. Where when you look
Yeah, well, if I go back to what happened in Cuba, if I go back to what happened in Moscow, when the event timer ran out, the city ran out.
right, but it's worded differently in Bangkok. So, but the problem
If
is
they're
we never
jerking
know.
like jerking, I
Is
don't
that
think
a Zynga unintentional error, or is that a clue that
That it's not leaving.
it's not going to shut down?
You never know. That's the problem.
No.
Nobody knows what's going on here.
they gotta tell us something for crying out
We
loud.
don't have the answers.
Well, hey, Pete, is anything going on in Stockholm?
Couple of small things. Martin's taken another stab at repeat job for Italy and Vegas and combined them into one bookmarklet called Repeat Job Redo.
Nice.
And that's working out pretty nice. We've done some cleanup a little bit on the layout of some of the spocklets so that they're just a little bit fit nicer on the screen and stuff like that. Rounded corners. There's been a modification to, I think, the Brutus helper and the Stream helper to get fans. So those people that have been asking about, well, how do I get more fans for my stadium in Italy?
Can I ask you a question about that?
Yeah.
There's you can't get inside your properties anymore, and I don't know how long that's been going on. But because of that, then people have no way to get fans other than to use your tool. So I think that shows that Stockholm is creating a workaround for a problem with Zynga.
That's really what we strive for, is to just be able to offer stuff that makes the game a little bit easier. The other thing is, some questions came up about the quick heal with Spocklet that we have, which is one that you can click on and you can set a threshold on when you want to heal again. That's been fixed up a bit to be a little less server load intensive. It also has support for using New York money or the current city. And something that everybody that uses it should remember is that if you use it in one city and then change to another city, that new city becomes the active city. So I had one person that commented that they, were in, let's say, Vegas, and they switched over to Italy, and then all of a sudden it depleted their entire lira amount. And I said, well, sorry, that's kind of the way it works. Until Zynga puts in the option to spend health in any city as options, right now, because it's still just New York and the current active city, then there's not really a lot we can do with it, because I'm trying to avoid the travel time of going somewhere to heal. So it will not remember the last city you were in. It's always going to treat the current city as the active city, and if you've selected New York, then you're fine. I think that's about it.
Yep.
Exactly.
Well, what do you have going on?
Me?
You.
Let's see. Kind of the big thing going on right now is the pigs. They're back.
The pigs are back?
Yeah. When you get
Pignata crap?
No, just
the error pig thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
They've-
yeah.
They put like a massively enlarged picture of the pigs.
Yeah.
And each pig has a different error depending on what type of error it is. And they ask that we report them to customer support with
Report the
detail.
pigs?
Yeah. So they can try to get a feel for why we're having so many gifting errors.
Well, oh man, this frustrates me. Telling
Yeah.
you, this bugs me that not the pig thing. I could care less about the pig thing, other than it's not Mafia.
Yeah,
But
it's a pig.
what frustrates me is that each time you get an error, it generates code, and that code is logged and tracked by Zynga. So why are we now taking the time out of our lives to have to contact customer support to fix a problem that they know about every time it happens?
I agree. It's
Yeah, I
annoying.
don't know.
For these generalized errors that are occurring in-game that are easy to tell. You've already gotten the gift from somebody. We used to get great error messages, and we stopped getting them because I think they were afraid for us to know what they were. So if you were not friends with somebody, then you would get an error message, and it would tell you you're not friends with this person. Then you could decide to become friends with them so you can get the gift later. Or you've received this item too many times, or you can only get this once from this friend today. All these error messages are what these stupid pigs are supposed to represent.
And I think we need to figure out what the different errors mean, and then it'll be easy. I haven't
but-
even had time to figure that out.
But
Yeah.
if they started reverting back to giving us some valuable information on the page with an error, then we've got something to go to support with that will save them time. The point is, when we go to them and say, well, we got this pig that looks like he's been choked to death with a noose or something like that.
He's
It's
just
like the
crying.
EFC pig.
you know.
Or if they gave us a list of what those codes represented, that would
Right.
help.
Well, then it helps us make a determination on how we fix it for ourselves, which is something that this community is really good about. We will
Right.
find solutions to our own problems in most cases before we pester customer support with it. Usually, if we're contacting customer support, and I know there's customer support abusers out there, but if we're going to contact customer support, we're contacting them with an issue we don't have a solution for. But there's so much that we fix on our own, and they should be appreciative of that and give us the error codes so that we can do it some more. I'm done ranting. I'm out of
Wow.
breath.
I had never really thought of that. I just knew we got these pictures of pigs that we were pretty sure were out of the game.
Yep.
And now they're back. So maybe they'll hear this and give us a list.
Yep.
Or just change the code on the page to say,
say
what they've
what it is.
experienced.
Exactly.
Yeah, they used to have it before. I mean, and then they started reverting to, this message has been logged and turned into support. Have a nice day.
That was good.
Do you really think it's a dorky guy like that saying that stuff to you?
No, I don't really think that our dorky guy actually works there.
Oh.
No, it's actually more like this.
We are the Borg, and this is an error message that we have saved up for you.
Dude, that sounds like Cookie Monster. What the hell?
It did sound like Cookie Monster.
What else is up?
Well, we got these energy packs, which not everybody is getting, and it seems to be
Yeah, like me?
A point of
Because I
contention?
don't know what
well,
you're
none of us
talking
have them, but some players have 6 energy packs, which are called mini packs, and it's 25% of your total energy that you can use at any time. like maximum
One.
6 in a 24-hour period, which is cool if you're one of those players that's close to leveling up. But someone like me, like when I use my big energy pack, it's not going to help me level. It's going to get me close.
Do you have the option of using if you have the full one?
No, you're either going to get these 6 mini packs or you'll have your big one.
Oh.
And for someone like me, I'm going to have to click on 6 of them in a row if I want to just keep doing jobs or whatever. But it would be helpful in the case where I'm like 1,000 experience points from leveling.
Well, I would just like to have it if that's the option.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Remember that whole recruit thing where you're supposed to recruit somebody and you get a loot item if they get to level 25?
Right.
Called the Master. Well, they revamped that, and now there's 4 tiers to the Master, like a bronze level and a ruby level. Nobody knows the stats yet of the silver and the ruby levels. I keep checking the wiki, and they don't
Wiki
have
on Zanga.
Chester.
they don't know the stats yet either. So I don't know if you get 1 recruit, it's bronze. If you get 2, it's silver. The problem is you try to get these recruits, but from what I tested in the beginning, it has to be someone that hasn't approved the Mafia Wars application yet. So anybody it recommends that you invite has already approved it. So I don't really know how that works. And I haven't really cared because the loot sucked. But now it's better, so I would like to get some recruits.
Yep.
I don't have the patience to start that one up.
So is that
And
it?
then they took the properties off of the Atlantic City. You were able to collect on your Moscow and Cuba properties from Atlantic City. Well, they fixed
Moscow, Cuba? That didn't help me for squat now, did it?
it. No, it's not really helpful. I don't know why one would want to, but with Bangkok going, we did get those boosts.
Okay.
But it's not an option anymore. They took it off.
Oh, well.
So, no biggie. That's about all.
Well, I think it's time for a break.
It
I
is.
think you're
Wow,
right.
we're not
Why don't
done
you tell
yet.
us to go to a break?
We're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
Hello, welcome to Trader No Go's. How can I help you?
Hi, Trader Nogo. I have a whole lot of brass knuckles to give to you, and I was wondering if you would trade them to me for a hammerhawk.
Are you out of
have
your
any?
flippin' mind? Brass knuckles? Pooey! The brass knuckles no good to me. Make me better offer. That's a no-go. That's no-go.
For scorpions? Those are good.
For scorpions, you could get those looting easy. You drive me crazy, lady. Out of my shop, out of my shop.
Oh, Trader Nogo, I really want the hammerhawk. Is
Okay,
there
okay, I
anything
make you a deal. Here's what you do. I need 80 reward points.
Reward points? I want to trade, Trader Nogo.
No,
That's
trader,
your name.
trader no go, no trade. You only purchase.
No, trade. It's
No,
your name.
purchase.
I don't have any money, Trader Go.
Terribly sorry, out of my shop.
Trader Nogo, can I have some of what you're smoking, please?
Hey, lady, you drive me crazy. Out of my shop.
But Trader Nogo.
No, bye.
I want a hammerhawk.
Trader no go, always open.
We're back on the Informant podcast with the family life and Mig's Chainsaw Chester. What you got going on tonight?
Oh, there's just 2 things. The mock war is still going on. We've had to change it from a group page to a page because Facebook decided that they didn't allow, when you set the page to open, people still have to go in and ask to join, which I really don't understand what the hell that is. So we had to totally redo it. It's up and running. Registrations, guys, register now. Again, it automatically does it if you have issues. Go in and message one of us, one of the admins of the page, and we'll see if we can help you out on how to register. Let me see. I think that's it for the mock. So it comes out this Thursday. We're
ready.
gonna start it at 10 a.m. Zynga time, and it'll go until the 20th at 11:59 Zynga time.
Yep, it's
Something
going to
like-
rock.
Yep, it'll be good. You'll like the War Machine and everything that Mike and Ike have been working on. Oh, sorry, it's not Mike. It's what's your name again? Pete. Yeah, Pete and Ike have been working on. So, or Team Spockleholm. So I just wanted to say thank you to them. So get on there and register. We have links everywhere. If you can't find it, then you're probably living in a cave without internet.
Not good.
And now it's time for me to bring everybody down.
It had to happen.
Yeah.
We just found out too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when we had helped sponsor a fight for Matty Melton, and he's been battling cancer for a long time, and he finally passed away. And so I just wanted to say that my personal prayers and all of MIG, everybody that's in MIG, all of our prayers go out to Matt, Kathy, and Kaylee. We're so sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
I'm one of the few people that can actually empathize, as I've lost one of my sons as well. So if you guys need anything, you let us know.
Yes, please.
So again, Matty's father, Matt, is a member of Sin, and we did a superheroes for Matty.
And it was a great, fun event.
Oh, absolutely.
And we all got to talk to Matty, too, and that was very endearing. And he was just this really sweet, sweet boy. God.
Yep. So a lot of us are changing our profile pics back to the ones that we had during the war.
Yeah.
And so I've got my Diesel 10 out there.
I'm going back to Wonder Woman.
That I didn't mean to leave the show on a sad note like that, but unfortunately it has to happen sometimes. So to all the members of Sin and everybody else that little Matty has touched.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
I guess my
I don't
shout
even
out
know what
actually
to
goes
say.
to them. Yeah, there's nothing to say.
It's horrible.
It sucks. Absolutely sucks. So my shout out will go out to Matt, Kathy, and Kaylee. Guys, just keep going.
I have another shout out as well. I wanted to give a shout out to, and this is another downer, sorry, but for everyone affected by the tsunami and earthquake in Japan. We've had a lot of friends missing, and I know a lot of support is needed. And also that Zynga is partnered with the Save the Children in 8 different Zynga games to help raise money. So that's a good thing to look into.
How about you, Jen?
Just to Matty and his family.
Stockholm?
Just the same, my condolences go out to the family. You know, just hope that they can find their way through this emotionally and otherwise.
Yeah, because it's not easy.
Yeah.
It gets bearable, but it never goes away.
Right,
No.
right. And so I guess with that, we'll take a moment of silence to pray for Matty and his family